Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 202 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
And he's still not back, but very soon. Hey, baby, but we are.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Yes.
Cheers.
You know, Frankie Quinones, man.
I feel bad for the homie, son.
I feel bad that this fool was canceled on the man. I like him. I think he's funny, but
yeah,
he's been on a lot more shit than just the Cholo Fed. So
yeah, he was on a couple episodes of What We Do in the Shadows last season.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught those.
I did. Yeah, he's been doing his thing. So I don't think that this fool is any indication of where his career is going, but still, I think
it had crazy Rotten Tomatoes numbers too. Like audience score specifically was in the 90s, just like the regular score. And
for this fool?
For this fool, yeah.
Wow.
Unless I saw a fake screenshot, people fucking were really feeling that.
It's all about how many people actually like tune in, and if you think about the amount of people that like stream illegally and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually tuning into FX for that. Because I think that's where that was, right? It was FX?
Yeah, that was an FX show. Or like Hulu. I don't know if it aired live on FX, but I know it was on Hulu for sure.
Yeah. Average tomato meter, 100% on reviewers and 93% average audience score.
Yeah.
So it was up there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why they chose to cancel. But really, it's just it's a numbers game, man.
Yeah, it's a business.
How many people tune into it, and it just wasn't it, cut.
Nah, it happens.
Oh man, we're gonna have to talk freely about the True Detective finale. When we get to Hollywood, we'll take some time aside to do that. Cause, yeah. Anyway, how you doing, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Had a good weekend. Did a late Valentine's dinner on Friday.
Yeah.
Had a killer meal. And then chilled. It's kind of been a little rainy here. We've been getting like the winters here in California consist mainly of just like blocks of rain for a day or two at a time, and
yeah,
it's absolutely devastating to people that live on the West Coast. Like it's not quite like a snowstorm. Like it doesn't shut everything down, but everyone's fucking depressed and no one wants to go do anything. Like it's just, you would think, you know, people were being hurt or something by the rain. Like they really don't like it over here. So when it rains, like they're not only shocked, but they're very angry about it.
Yeah, when I went to Cali for the first time for training, I experienced that because I want to say it was like in a January. So It was like in January, I remember, because when I left and when I came back, it was like snowing here, and that's exactly what was going on. They were like, yeah, for the 3 weeks that we were there, they were like, this is the most rain we've seen all year. It's like, cool, fuck you.
Yeah, right. Like, lucky me.
Lucky me. But even then, like, I remember people running in the rain, right? And I got caught in it. And even then, like, I felt like the raindrops were like spaced out. Like, it was barely. Yeah. Like it's raining, but it's like barely. It was such a weird experience.
Yeah.
That I was like, damn, the rain ain't even the same over here, son.
Nah, it doesn't rain, bro. It doesn't rain like it does on the East Coast, even. Like when it storms here, not only have I not heard a crack of thunder or seen any lightning in the entire year that I've been here, but it just doesn't go as hard. Like it doesn't fucking. it doesn't come up. Like you get a little bit of flooding because like the infrastructure here really isn't built to hold a lot of water. So like
Sure.
you will see like puddles gathering and some light flooding and whatnot, but it really isn't shit, dude. Yeah, it's great. Like I'm just so happy there's no snow that I don't even give a fuck about the rain.
We survivors over here, bro. Like I forgot who I was talking to that about the snow here. And I'm like, some places that aren't used to it, they get an inch or two and shit's shut down. Mm-hmm. It's like, nah, I'm driving. Like, if I gotta be somewhere, then
you're driving. Whatever.
Oh fuck, it's snowing pretty hard out there. Let me leave a few minutes early so I can get there. Like that's all it is. My mom was actually telling me that. She was like, because she won't drive. She's not gonna drive in bad weather. She doesn't feel comfortable or safe doing that. And so I brought the kids over and shit because I had shit to do. I had to take my daughter to swim class. We had a few other things to do. And after swim class, I get to her house and she's like, how is it out there? No, it's not bad. It was kind of bad when we left earlier, but it's cleared up now. And she's like, and you still, that didn't stop you from going? I'm like, no. Like, no.
You'd be locked in the house for 5 months, bro. If you couldn't drive in the snow, you wouldn't be doing shit. Yo.
I got shit to do. This ain't stopping me. I know how to drive in the fucking snow. If I've been in situations where I just like my car is just sliding out of control and it's just like a let go of the gas, let go of the brakes, and just kind of focus on just balancing out the car, making sure that, I get into a good spot. Once it stops, boom. All right, now let's hit the gas again. Let's. Yeah. It's just instinctual now. Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
So our Cali listeners, y'all don't know what we talking about, son. But if you come out to New York, we'll learn you.
Come out to the Rock.
Yeah, it's funny though how quickly we get acclimated to not being in the winter. Cause Danny says it. He's like, I thought it would, like, every time people when they move away and they come back, they all cold and shit. Like, I always thought they bullshit and they're like, oh, you a bitch. And he's like, nah. He's like, I'm not used to this shit anymore.
Nah, it's only been a year, dog, and I know that I would be fucked up in that cold right now, dude. It would get me real good.
Yeah, facts. I feel you. I wouldn't be looking forward to it either.
Nah, in fact, I'm trying. I told my mom, I'm not coming back for Thanksgiving or Christmas because it's gonna be cold. So we'll have to have like a Christmas in July.
I don't mind it. I just can't stand the motherfuckers that come, that move away, and they're having this Christmas over here, and it's like sunny and shit. Man, fuck you. Fuck up. My family in Rochester. Like, I love y'all, but this is my Christmas. Like, yeah, get the fuck out.
This is my Christmas. No, the Christmas is actually the one time I'd like some flurries,
snow, right?
a little dusting. I miss that. It was weird having holidays here without any snow, without it being cold. It was just like, it was like 70 on Thanksgiving, and it just kind of bummed me out. I was like, this doesn't feel. I had no holiday spirit or anything this year because it just didn't even feel like the holidays, let alone like on Christmas and shit.
Yeah, I feel you there. I feel you. All right, you want to get into some questions, cuz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Question.
All right, we show a lot of love to like the Sydney Sweeneys and the porn stars out there, but right now I need you to give me 3 women over the age of 60 that you would smash, no questions asked. And you wouldn't even be embarrassed to tell your boys about it. You'd be like, yo, I hit this.
No.
What you got?
I had a very obvious one, so I bypassed that one.
What was the obvious one?
The obvious one, I think a lot of people feel the sentiment, and that is Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart, yeah. You know what? I was gonna put her on my list as well because, like you said, she's bad. I was, as I was Googling hot old ladies at work today. I came across a bunch of Martha Stewart pictures, and I was like, damn, she should be on there. But I don't know. I feel like Walk's gonna
I think
like Walk's
they're,
on that.
I think that they're really hyping those up, and they're really like glamming those pictures up. I don't know
For
if
sure.
Like some of those pictures, I was like, Martha looking a little young, you know.
Yeah,
and,
no, they get a little touch ups here and there, but still.
oh, for sure. So not in any specific order,
Okay.
but I went with Christy Brinkley.
You cocksucker! That was my first one. Chrissy Brinkley's so bad, and she's like 70 something, bro. It's insane.
She is,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. What else you
really
got?
hot. Okay. Now that it may change now for you.
All right.
Jane Seymour.
Ooh, it wasn't on mine, but I did see her.
Yes.
Was
Jane
it her
Seymour.
tits in Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crashers? Yes.
Yeah, that's a rack, bro.
Kitty cat.
Old lady rack. Poof.
Mhm. Kitty cat.
Yeah.
And-
And
And that one brought a little memory to your mind. You're like, oh shit. And this one is kind of one that has grown on me over the years, because at first
Okay.
I wasn't too into it, but she's kind of hot.
yeah.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. She was. I was almost to my list too. The redhead. I really love the redhead.
Julianne Moore.
I could see that for sure. All right. Yeah, no. So we just had the Christy Brinkley, which
Yep.
is fair because, damn, she's bad, son. Like, 60 or
She's
not,
still hot.
I'm trying to spit
She's
some
still
game
hot.
at her real quick and just see what's up. Facts. My
the
number
other two.
2 was Raquel Welch,
Raquel Welch. You know what?
certified older baddie.
She is. However, and I probably went a little too extensive on this, right, on the research, because
You had to look into. Okay.
I would look at them now, right? So like Raquel Welch, I want to say she passed, didn't she?
I don't know. Did she?
I think she did.
That'd
If
be
you look
sad.
at her most recent photos, I know you would not smash that today.
I mean, if she's like dying, that doesn't count. If she's
No. She was. It wasn't that she was dying, but she was like, look up Raquel Welch now.
No. Okay. Okay, I see a Fox News picture where she doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
She's a little thick, but
Yes. But that's exactly where I was going with.
but
that.
when she was
I
like 62,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
right in the sweet spot. I'm still not going to change. I'm showing love for Raquel Welch because she's bad.
Yeah. No, she has a bunch of pictures in there where she's definitely like over 60 and she looks.
Oh, 100%. I'm looking at them right now. They're bad.
All right, who's the
All
third?
right,
Who's the third?
Third one. I needed a little thickness.
Mm-hmm.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, another one that almost made the list, but when I looked at her,
What? Oh, man,
photos
you really
now?
did your... Yeah.
yeah,
She was just in Black Panther, too. How much could she have changed?
My bad. Wrong person. Angela Bassett. Yes, that she didn't even come across my list. She is bad. She probably would have made my list too.
No doubt. Who are you thinking of?
Yes. I was thinking Kim Basinger for some reason.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
she's
honorable mention for Sharon Stone.
Yes, Sharon Stone looks good.
She
too.
was gonna be on my list, and she still looks good for her age.
Angela Bassett. Damn, I'm mad she's not on my.
I know
my
that
list,
she
'cause she's bad.
that's all me, son. It's too
She
late.
bad. No, that's you. She's 65. She looked damn good
Right.
for 65.
Right.
But I do have some more honorable mentions. Why? Because they will be 60 soon, but they are like right there.
Oh, that's not
they're-
fair. On the
No, no,
cusp.
no.
Come on.
On the they're on the cusp, but I just wanted to show like how
Yeah,
these
we're
three
encroaching on
ladies, which literally like within 3 to 4 years will be over 60 and will blow all of these out of the water.
J-Lo.
That is- No, J-Lo's 51. I wanna say.
51? Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanna say
okay.
she's
Okay,
51.
she's got some. She's still gonna look
So-
bad at 60.
Oh
though.
yeah, oh absolutely. I'm just saying, but these are like within the
Yeah,
next
these are up and coming.
3 to 4 years. They'll be over 60. Halle Berry.
Okay. Yep.
She's
I checked her age. I checked. I was like, she's got to be close because I'm
she's
put her on
currently
my
57.
motherfucking list.
Yes, she's currently 57.
Yep.
Elizabeth Hurley is 58.
Oh,
She's-
this is
yeah.
early.
She's still
fun.
very smoking. And Salma Hayek is 57. See, because like J-Lo's 51, and I even looked up Sofia Vergara, but she's like
She's in her
like
40s,
51,
right?
52.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, she's like 52 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So they're on
Damn.
the younger end, and you know, closer to 50
Still coming up.
rather than 60. But those three honorable mentions that are nearing the 60 realm.
Up and coming grannies.
Oh, and they're not within that time frame. Like within 10 years could be a drastic change in look. 3 to 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Not so much. Not so much.
Yeah. Unless they get sick or something.
Sure.
That'd
Sure.
suck.
Yeah,
But no,
it would
we
suck.
got we'll call them a freshman class. We got an incoming freshman class of old ladies coming in here that are gonna be bad.
goodness.
We might even leave
Oh,
our
my
girls
goodness.
for them,
Oh,
dog.
my
Even
goodness.
they that bad.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know. Salma
Absolutely.
Hayek and Halle Berry and Salma Hayek. I think they married like billionaires or some shit.
Oh yeah. They don't want to fuck with us.
Nah, they not fucking. With us.
they're not fucking with your boy.
You would imagine what it'd be like if they did, right? Huh? Anyway, all right, cool. So next question.
All right. Is there a movie or couple different movies that you feel are mainly responsible for your current sense of humor? Kind of gave you an idea of what funny was, basically.
Bro, this question was way too vast, bro. Like when I started looking into what movies made up my humor, there's so many. So these are like I had a list, right? It's not just a few. It has to be like. So here's what I wrote down.
Okay.
Early Adam Sandler movies. So that right there, you can already tell like it shapes a certain style of humor.
There's definitely a
Talking
certain
Happy
style of
Gilmore,
humor
I'm
there,
talking
yeah.
about Wedding Crasher, Billy Madison, all of those early ones.
Yeah.
Very sarcastic, humor. The early Jim Carrey movies, because Ace Ventura 1 was huge for me.
Course.
And Dumb and Dumber. Early Mike Myers movies, because Wayne's World and fucking So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Austin
like
Powers.
that. Yeah, Austin Powers, like those helped. There's so many.
Yeah.
I have also written down early Chris Tucker movies, Money Talks, Freaking Friday, like cuz I can name all of like line by line certain shit, and then something about Mary, fucking American Pie, Encino Man, Dutch, House Party, like it's so fucking vast, bro. I couldn't narrow it down to just like a few.
I can tell you gave me multiple
I gave you-
actors' entire discographies of the 90s decade.
Yeah, because I mean that's when it comes to like comedy, and then I didn't even throw in like the shit that my dad found funny that he had me watching, as at a young age, that was just like actual like serious movies with comedy thrown in there and shit, and that twisted sense of humor. There was so much shit. You probably have a more concise list, but
I did, because in my mind I was thinking of the earliest comedy movies that you would have seen that would have laid that foundation that told you, yes, go watch these Mike Myers movies, or go watch it because you like that kind of humor. Like all the movies you named, crazy funny, definitely part of our childhood. But I try to narrow it down to just like 3 movies, nothing later than the late 90s, that sort of gave me like a foundation of what I found funny, and like even my type of humor, like when I'm being funny with someone, like a lot of that came from I think, what I watched and what I saw and what I thought was funny as a kid. So it started with the very first movie that I remember watching on loop as a very young kid was the first Ghostbusters movie. I could not get enough of, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, all those guys that were super, super funny guys. That was one of them. And then, like you said, the first Ace Ventura movie was the first, I think, like real comedy that I saw in the theater. So that like really hit me, and all the voices and the sayings and whatnot. How quick Ace Ventura was with all his comeback. Like you couldn't play him because like he was quicker than you, he was funnier than you. And that, that got me. I was like, yo, this is funny right here.
Yes.
And then post Ace Ventura, Trey Parker and Matt Stone's Basketball was just like this. It was like a raunchy rated R humor that I really didn't get to see too much of. And that sort of opened my eyes up to like the vulgarness of comedy and how funny a lot of that shit could be. And I feel like those three movies, if I had to narrow it down to like just a little group, I feel like everything I like and any bit of funniness that I have in me, I feel like has sprouted from those three movies and just sort of branched out.
Sure. Okay. Those are good ones. Since now you kind of
I clarified it a little bit.
Yeah, you clarified it a little bit. The earliest movies I remember going to were like, I've said the story before, how my dad took me to the theater to watch Don't Be a Menace to South Central.
Yes.
So that was early, very early. What was that like? I don't think that was early 90s, right? Maybe
it
like
had to be.
90s?
Yeah, it had to be like post. Post. Like, did they make fun of Friday in that? Or
I don't think so. They made
Boys
fun
in
of,
the
like,
Hood. Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, don't be. They made fun of Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
92?
Don't Be a Menace to Soundtrack. 96.
90s. Wow. Okay, later than I thought.
Yeah, that was later than I thought too. But I remember going to the theater to see that. My dad always put me on to Airplane. And the Naked Gun series. Like those.
And those are directed by the same dude that directed Basketball. So like that fucking sort of stupid humor in there.
Yeah.
That's why we both
Right
have,
there.
because even Airplane and all those, I went back and watched as an older kid. I watched those movies on TV. But same style for sure.
Yeah, those were all on my list. Like those are the earliest ones that I could think of, like the earliest comedies where I would sit there and watch the shit and just die laughing at the fucking stupidity of it all.
It taught you what was funny. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Liam Neeson, Jesus Christ. Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie
Nielsen.
Nielsen and the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
So
very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny dudes. Very
Love
funny
it.
family.
Very early on. Shit. I remember so many people were getting high in the theater.
Oh, damn.
Sitting there.
That's what's up.
It was a small fucking theater on Waring Road.
Oh, the Waring.
Yeah.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I believe that people were getting high in the Waring.
I know. Yeah.
That was fucking.
We were East Siders.
I saw Jumanji at the Waring when I was a kid. The first, the OG Jumanji.
Mm-hmm.
Or my dad taking me
I want to
there.
say that's where I saw Edward Scissorhands there too.
Such tiny theaters, right? Weren't they just like small? I remember them being
the same
very
thing
tiny.
like going to Cinema 8 in Greece, where it's just like a duplex kind of thing.
Cine 8.
Yeah.
I can barely remember like what the inside of that place looked like. Cine 8.
Yeah. I don't remember what the inside looks like on either one of them, but I just remember it was small.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, honestly, Tinseltown in Gates was the first like big theater that I remember seeing with like, all the fucking screens that it had, and even when you walked in, like the entrance as a kid just felt like you're in a fucking castle.
Yeah.
I remember I had like little snack bars that were like off in the corners, like when you'd be down way in the back. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, damn, they got other snack bars over here. Like, how many people are in this bitch? This is crazy.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. Is there...
All right. What do we got? Last question. Okay. So who or what would you describe as your arch nemesis? Is there like a person or an idea? Like it could really be anything.
Sure. I mean, mine is going to be a very cliche thing, but honestly, I don't really think as anything as being like my arch nemesis. Other than
things that
like,
when you see it's on site, pissed or hatred.
Yeah. Like a hatred. I mean, obviously, like my whole life I've dealt with obesity and shit like that. So, you know,
obesity
I have
can
a
be
food
an arch
addiction.
nemesis.
So food is definitely one of those necessary evils in my life because like you need food to survive, but at the same time, like it's hard to control myself when indulging in shit. Like I want to indulge
It's so
out
good.
of boredom. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so, but honestly, I came in here just thinking it's myself. It's my mind, bro. Like
You're like alter ego.
no, it's not an alter ego. It's just, I create these scenarios like in my head and, you know, like I talk myself out of good situations. I overthink. The overthinking leads to me making rash decisions, thinking that things are going one way when it's nothing like that. You know, it's just like me. It literally is like me versus me, like every day. And I got to try to talk myself down out of situations because, you know, I just make these dumbass decisions when I create, you know, these scenarios in my head of like, oh, this, like, is this person not fucking with me no more? Or, oh, I think they talk like that was a funny way of them saying, you know what I mean? And it's like all of these things, or it's just, you know, I'm just constantly battling the way that my mind currently works. And I've been doing that for a long time. So it's just me, bro.
Preaching to the choir, my friend. Preaching to the choir. I didn't get quite as introspective because if I started listing off things I hated about myself all day, we would
just be
not have enough time on the podcast.
Facts.
So I guess they're a little superficial compared. Like yours was definitely a good one. I totally get it. Traffic was one of mine. Anytime I hit traffic, I'm livid and I'm just can get the craziest road rage and it gets me super upset sometimes.
Sure.
So definitely an arch nemesis. It's just on site, go time. And then the second was streaming ads. I'm not too fond of streaming ads in any of the shit that I watch. And yeah, I know I could pay for adless content, but I shouldn't have to. And that's why it's my arch nemesis.
Oh, so you don't pay for anything other than like the base?
No. So Netflix, my Netflix doesn't have ads in it, and that's the thing, right?
Yet.
There's
ads
in Netflix. Oh, there isn't yet.
I want to say it was something that was not a thing before, and now it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I could never do ads in my Netflix. So I would keep that going. Hulu has ads, and I want to say Amazon has ads.
Yes. I was not paying for the ads I was paying to not have ads on both of those. So
that's wild, son.
yeah, I know, but I also hate fucking ads, bro. And for
I
us
get it.
who
It's my
were,
nemesis.
I think it's worse for us. Like my kids, they'll be watching a YouTube video and the ad will come up and then they just whatever. Like it doesn't bother them. But for us who grew up watching fucking sitcoms, you know, on TV on these channels, bro, like yeah, ads for us is like man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. We don't
Yeah,
want
we're
that.
past
we
all
did
this.
we did our time with these fucking bullshit ass commercials.
Facts. Yeah, we did our time. I like that.
Word.
Put that work in.
That was it.
Yeah, no, that was it.
All right, cool.
That was
Let's
up.
get into some
You know what it's time for.
news clips without Johnny Quest.
Without
Let's
Johnny
see.
West.
What do I have here? Okay, so this was more of a comment that was made that have people up in arms a little bit about it. But Sony came out and they recently made a comment as to the lifespan of PlayStation 5. And people are kind of losing it, right? The comment was essentially that that the console is entering its last end of the life cycle or some shit like that. Is what they said. Did you hear about this?
I saw the headline, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read the article, so I wasn't able to make sense of it. Like, how
Pretty
long
much
has it been?
I'm trying to find what the actual quote is, but they essentially came out and they said something where they alluded to the fact that the PlayStation 5 is on it's entering the last it's entering it says it's entering the last leg of its life cycle or some shit like that. Like, so with this, it's saying like, damn. So I guess that, what has it been? 6 years?
I feel like it's only been like readily available for the last like year or two, bro. Like the first 3 or 4 years.
It came out
was
in 2020,
hard to
didn't
find.
it?
I want to say it did, or maybe 2019. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see. PS5 lifespan.
I want to say it was 2020. So they're saying that if this is the end of the life cycle of this, like we're entering the end of the life cycle, then you can kind of assume that or estimate that a newer machine is going to be available in like 2026, right?
Yeah, it came out in 2020. You're right. November of 2020.
See, November of 2020. So let's say if they do come out in like 2026, it's only 6 years with the console. And they were saying how it's crazy because it's just shortening. Whereas like the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 lasted 8 years.
Yeah.
And then the one before that lasted 11 years. So it's like, the time in between consoles are just getting shorter and shorter. 6 years.
PS4 was 7 years. It came out
7
in
years?
2013, November of 2013, and PS5 was November of 2020. So yeah, 7 years and then 6 years. Do you think is that because just like the technology is growing so fast that they're like, yo, like we gotta put out something new? Like I get that there's money to be made there, but part of it has to be good for the gamer. When new consoles are dropping like that, they're getting doper. Hopefully, hopefully they're getting doper. But 6 years definitely seems short, especially when the first 3 years, and that's being generous, that console was almost impossible to get your hands on, bro.
Sure. Yeah, no, it was definitely impossible. Like you said, it felt like it was impossible up until like a year, less than a year.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I would say after I got mine in 2022, which was like 2 years after it launched, it was literally almost 2 years to the date.
Sure.
I started seeing, more and more bundles available. So I would say for at least the first 2.5 years that was out, so almost a fucking, it'll be what, almost half of its lifespan, two thirds, a third of its lifespan. Like that's a long time to have a console out and then be like, oh yeah, now that they're available, like whatever, we're going to drop a new one. And that shit's probably not going to be available, for another couple years. So I don't know, dude, like it's dope, but at the same time, it sucks. But I don't know. Did they have a timeline for when the PS PS6.
No,
if
this was
that's
just
what
a
it's called.
comment that they kind of made, and people are just speculating now
Yeah,
because of that. But I mean, if PlayStation 4 lasted 7 years, then it's not too far off.
I was gonna say, yeah, 6 isn't that crazy. It just feels crazy because of
It
the
feels
way that it
crazy,
wasn't
yeah.
available, right?
Yep, because it wasn't available up until maybe like you said, the end of 2022. We're so
Yeah. First 2 years at least, untouchable unless you were super fucking lucky or paid, 2 to 3 times the retail price to get your hands on one from eBay,
Yeah.
which people were doing, but I said from day one that I wasn't going to do that, and I waited to get my hands on one for the normal price.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and with something newer coming out, it's just if these things were like even like 300, but like for it being like close to $600, that it's probably gonna stay at launch. It's still like $550 for these.
Damn.
Like, and they're talking about the life of it is nearing the end.
That's because they didn't even release did they release like a slim model or anything like
not
that?
yet. I
Because
think,
so I feel like if they haven't even released one of those, dude, I still feel like we have at least 2 to 3 years. Because they always do
I
the.
want to say that they are releasing one. They've announced
the Pro
the model,
and the Slim, and
now, like coming out soon.
I mean, they gotta milk this thing, dude. Sony's not stupid. Like, I feel like you would be leaving money on the table if you didn't release a slim version or something, just to boost those numbers up a little bit.
Either a slim or a pro, but
Something. Is it PS5 Pro? Is that a thing? I don't think so. I feel like there's only other like the discless
the slim
version
console
and the
is
disc
available.
version. What is it?
I'm looking at it right now. Buy a PS5 Slim.
Oh, okay. Okay. Damn. So maybe we got a year left.
Slimmer.
Tops, dog. We're done.
This says
PS6
Slim.
shipping next month.
This says Slim, but I don't think
Where the
shit
fuck
looks
have I
any
been?
fucking slimmer, son. That shit still looks beastie as fuck. What are we talking about, Slim?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know either.
not something I want to think about.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like think about your parents dying. You just want to enjoy the time you got left with them. You don't want to think about all that.
Yeah, no, I feel you there. Let's see. So AI has been going fucking ham recently.
I watched some wild AI today.
What was that?
What was it? It was called like SORA or something
Yes.
along those lines. Is that what you
I
were?
wasn't gonna bring that up. Not necessarily because it's not, but we can bring it up. We'll talk about it. Sora is a ChatGPT AI model that that was announced, and it is amazing. So far, ChatGPT has done everything from obviously like you can ask it questions and whatnot, and it'll give you full answers. It could write you a fucking term paper on something, right?
Yeah.
And then it turned into ChatGPT. I forget what it's called. Johnny knows more. But they came out with their photo version of it. And I've played around with Midjourney. Midjourney is through a different company.
Yep.
They come out crazy, right? And those are images. But Sora was released by ChatGPT, and Sora shows videos. Pretty much, you can
Text to videos. You
Text
write a
to
paragraph
videos.
and it puts it in a video.
and they look amazing. Let me see if I can pull up some sort of video.
There was what I saw was a YouTube video. It was probably 10 minutes long or so.
Yeah.
And it was just showing it would show, the text, what it was supposed to be based on, and then it would give you the video.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm looking at the fingers and all, because like for whatever reason, AI always struggles with fingers. That's one giveaway that you're like, yo, this is some bullshit. Mm-hmm. But even the videos that they were making, there weren't a lot of fingers in them. When there were, they were pretty fucking good for the most part.
Sure.
But yeah, these fucking videos, dude, most of them just looked like normal videos, bro. Like they were just created by people, and this was all AI, dude. It was insane.
Yeah. Here, I think I have something here. All right, so like this scene here. No thanks, I'm not doing that. This scene here is all generated by AI, and it's like a Western scene. That's exactly what the prompt was. Like, create historical footage of California during the gold rush. And it looks like some old stock footage of an old Western town in California, and the shit looks real.
Yeah.
This next one is just looks like someone taking a train ride. All of these videos that are being shown right now are
dude.
AI, and it's insane. Yeah, so like I was watching something that said that made a great point, right? That if you are someone who is cognizant of AI videos being a thing, you can see in each one of those videos, you can find and look for the abnormalities. But your average person that isn't thinking anything of it would fall for that 1,000%.
If I just showed that video to my mom, like, hey, look at this old Western footage, she would not think twice, and I would bet my fucking life on it.
Yeah, she would not. And what's crazy was that 1 year ago, I want to say the representation of what AI video was the Will Smith eating spaghetti. Remember how crazy that, like how garbled up that was and how stupid it was?
Yes.
That was the improvement over 1 year.
1 year. Imagine 10 years from now what AI is going to look like, dog.
One more year, 1 to 2 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let alone 10 years. 10 years, I think they're, in 10 years, they're going to be creating augmented reality shit, man. It's going to be stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
you won't know what the fuck is going on.
I barely do now. So yeah, we're in trouble, bro. In a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Shit is moving fast.
Yeah. Sure the fuck are. What I was going to bring up was the NBA came out and they stated, I guess they made some sort of announcement saying that they're going to offer some feature where you can watch an AI version of the basketball game in real time as it's generated in the same way that it would be, or in the style of like certain cartoons. So it's very interesting, huh?
That's weird.
It's very.
Why would we want to do that?
I don't know, but they are saying that they are offering it. So cool. Here is an example of what they're talking about, and to me, it looks kind of choppy. It looks kind of stupid, honestly. But in no time, there may be some people who want to see some shit like this. So they're doing a presentation, and then they're giving that.
Bro, that looks like some PlayStation 1 graphics. Get the fuck out of here with that.
It looks stupid as fuck.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever... That looks like the screen when you bowl a strike, son. Get the fuck... That's the most gimmicky bullshit. I'd rather just put computer versus computer on like NBA 2K and just let them fucking duke it out. Like, I'd rather watch that than that stupid bullshit, dude. That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And we just like touted how far AI was coming, and they put out that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Get out of here. Get out of my face with that.
That's because it's rendering it. It's supposedly rendering it in real time. Like as the game is going, they're putting it through AI. They're rendering it and coming out with those videos. That shit did look bullshit, but
bro, that was terrible. That was
even know
like
why they
some
would show
Super
that.
Nintendo ass graphic. Yeah, why would they even mention that shit, bro? You look stupid. Fuck out. That's some Atari shit. Cool.
It looks pretty dumb.
Yeah, facts.
But it's crazy that they're even trying that shit.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks, NBA.
Thanks.
What
That's
the
what they're
fuck,
wasting
dude?
their money
Why-
on.
Ugh.
And let's see, what else do I have here? The Mandalorian. We know that they are coming out with a movie for the Mandalorian called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yep.
But apparently it is reported that they are in the works for a Mandalorian video game. And it is made by the same studios that made the Jedi series.
What's that? Respawn? Who was? Does it say what the
Yes,
the company
it is Respawn,
was?
yes.
It is Respawn. Okay, yeah. So that would be fucking tight, bro.
I'll
fuck
only
with
thing
that.
that I don't like about it is that they said that it will be same type of thing, first person. It would be a first person Star Wars Mandalorian game. So
First
I
person's kind of a
kinda-
cop out.
yeah, the first person is a cop out. When I'm thinking of a Mandalorian game, in my opinion, it needs to be an open world. What's the Xbox game that you play?
Starfield? Yeah.
Yeah, Starfield-esque, third person vision.
Gotta be third, bro. You gotta see that Beskar. You gotta see Mando in that shit. Yeah. That's a must.
Yes. That other Star Wars game that's coming out, I forget what it's called. The one with the female protagonist in it.
Oh yeah. I know. I don't know what the name of it is either, but I know
I'm
what you're
way
talking
more
about.
excited for that because
Hell
it's going
yeah.
to be the Star Wars first open world game.
And you're more
that
of like a
looks
smuggler,
fucking fun.
right? You're like a
Yes.
more like a shooter.
Yes. That if it were something like that in Mandalorian, in the Mandalorian story arc, I would be
Yeah.
more excited. I was not a fan of the Jedi games. I know a lot of people loved it. But I was not a fan. I didn't like the mechanics. I didn't like everything just felt like very clunky. Very kiddish.
You're talking about like Jedi Survivor and shit, and like those the respawn.
Well, I haven't
ones?
played the more recent one. Yeah, but I was talking about the Jedi Order or whatever.
Fallen
What
Order.
was the first one?
Yeah.
Fallen Order. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Oh, those were great, dude. Those were. Really, if
I
you didn't like the
played-
first one, you're not gonna like the second one because it's the exact same shit.
That's why I haven't played the second one.
Yeah.
I played
Those
like, the first
games
one
are
seemed
their
all right.
own category, like a Soul Calibur type of timing. It comes down to parrying, and it's really a lot of like button combos and that sort of thing. But the games that even came, like I loved those games. I played the fuck out of those. I really enjoyed them. The games that came before those, the first person fucking multiplayer shooters like we had in the fucking break room at work, whatever those Star Wars games were, where you were just
Battlefront.
the multiplayer shooting in first player, bro. Fuck those games.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yes, Battlefront, bro. Fuck the Battlefront games. Hard.
Yeah. That was just like Fortnite, Apex Legends.
That seemed
type
like a cash
fucking
grab, bro.
bullshit. No, I think that there was an audience for that.
Because there really hasn't been much Star Wars games. So anytime something comes out, the Star Wars people are like, oh, let's get it. And then they started sucking off the Survivor and, the Jedi games there with Cal Kestis, which are worthy of a sucking. But yeah, that first person shooter type shit, trash.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried it within the last year because remember I got that PS4 off of you. And I didn't game in a while before that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got it and I was not a fan. I was hoping to love it. I heard so much good shit about it. And it wasn't bad. I just really didn't like the mechanics. I felt like
the
it was
mechanics
very-
are not for everyone. That's a very specific type of mechanic that you.
Yeah, it was very childish, I guess, like kiddish. It felt very simple. Just like,
Ooh, no, it was not. It was a lot of things. Simple and childish was not one of them. It was very. That's a demanding, unforgiving mechanism. So like, if your timing's not right, you're getting thrashed and you're not having a good time. I promise.
I probably just didn't get too far into it.
Yeah, if you would have worked on that timing and just got it down, like the parrying and the dodging.
It wasn't even that it was hard. I just didn't like the mechanics at all. Like the way that you navigated through the world and
yeah. You're a shooter guy
know,
though.
but,
You fuck
yes,
with shooters. You fuck
I am
with
a
The
shooter
Last of
guy.
Us, and
no,
you don't play any other games with those kind of mechanics. That's not your forte.
Yeah, like I was not a fan of God of War when everyone was like really loving it.
Right. And that's the
Because
same
it's
you
just
need
like
to parry.
button mashing, fucking side scroll games and shit like that. Like this is just the next level of that, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Like Heavenly Sword and shit like that. That one.
Yeah. Soul Calibur. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were
Whatever
alright,
the samurai one was, there was one that I just played that was fucking amazing that you would hate because it's like Fall and Survive, but like way harder. You would have despised it.
Yeah, I think I have it.
Oh, Ghost of
on my list.
Tsushima. That's
I have
what
it.
I was thinking of.
I have it installed on my computer and I haven't started it yet.
Uninstall it. You're not gonna fuck with it.
I might like it if on top of it. If on top of it, like the graphics are dope and shit like that, and the story arc is dope.
The graphics are dope, and the samurai story is tight.
Yeah.
But
If that is great, then I'll probably be forgiving and I'll want to get through it.
okay.
But it was just something about the Jedi Fallen Order that
Won't know till you give it a go.
yeah, and I played it for a few hours and I was just like, nah, I'm good on this. I'm done.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you were a whole new world of gaming was opened up to you, so you had all these games to like try and fuck around with. So
Yeah.
if you didn't like something, bail on it and play something you do. You had a lot of time to make up.
Yeah, facts. And I went ham on The Last of Us.
Yeah, you did. And then Spider-Man.
Yeah, and Spider-Man. Still playing that fucking
Spider-Man 2.
yeah.
I gotta fuck with that still. I haven't got it yet.
Oh, it's so dope. Best. I haven't beat it yet, but even as far as I've gotten, I'm like, damn, this shit. The story arc, like the Spider-Man story, is great.
Yeah.
And then Xander is near the end, and he keeps coming to me, telling me whenever he gets stuck, he's like, Dad, can you? So I gotta play and like ruin it for myself.
Oh, that kind of sucks. But you gotta help out the little homie. You can't just let him be stuck.
So there's mad shit that happens in there that I was like,
It looks intense,
that's
bro.
kinda
No wonder
fucking
he needs help.
dope. Yeah. Story is the story arc is crazy. The
I gotta peep it. Maybe this weekend.
the level of villains and shit. It's just so good.
That's what I keep. I know Venom was in it. That's already a well-known fact, and I've seen that a bunch.
Yeah.
So lots of Venom in there, but I know there was also other very famous, popular Spider-Man villains in there, and yeah, they don't disappoint. Those I don't know who makes those again, because they're making Wolverine and shit too.
Insomniac, I think.
Insomniac, that's right. Thank you.
Yep.
Props
and they're
to
making Wolverine.
Insomniac.
That looks dope.
Yo, that new Wolverine, bro. I don't know if you ever watched the leaked footage that I sent.
did. Yeah, absolutely.
That was that game's gonna be so tight, dude. Oh,
Yes.
can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
I can't remember. We talked about the trailer, right, for Deadpool.
Oh yeah. No, we went in on the trailer last week.
Yeah,
That was
I just
our
wanna make sure.
that teaser, baby.
That goes to show you we don't fucking know what we talk about. We don't know
talk
what we
about
talk
the
about the
same
next
shit.
day.
Yeah,
The next
facts.
day after is like, yo, didn't we say that? I don't know, son.
I don't know. Maybe I'd have to go back and listen. I think we did. I don't know.
Oh man. Oh my God, bro. All right, so I think that's all I had for news. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
news.
it's not a piece of news, but I just wanted to throw it out there. Fucking if that Dana White video of him walking off on Howie Mandel's podcast is real,
Yeah.
he's such a fucking bitch for that.
I think it is, dude. Like I saw that multiple places.
Yeah, he's such a fucking dickhead for that. Like, why would you? So exactly what we just said. Dana White, owner of UFC and shit like that. He goes on to Howie Mandel's podcast, literally like Howie's introducing, and he's paying him all kind of compliments.
Yeah, very nice. I would be so stoked about an introduction like that, bro. Like that was it.
And he just goes, I'm fucking done with podcasts. I'm just fucking done, and like just takes his fucking headphones off and walks off. Like, you didn't just fucking waste everyone's fucking time. Like, what an asshole.
Yeah, no, and I always thought Dana White was an asshole. So like this doesn't like change my opinion. Like my opinion always was he was a cocksucker. Mm-hmm. So this just kind of like confirmed it. Like, yeah, he really is a piece of shit. So like,
yeah,
cool. I get it now. But yeah, I felt bad for Howie because I mean, we have our little podcast that we do. If a guest ever did that, like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, you're just like, all right, I guess we'll take a quick break and go fuck yourself, dude. You and the UFC.
Fucking asshole. But that's the type of mentality that you would expect from
100%. And honestly, if I were my pack, this asshole wouldn't had 10 feet near our fucking podcast, bro.
Yeah. No, we need views.
Yeah, no, I'd let him on Insensitive Culture just to get but I'm saying, like, if we were established in any manner, I would be like, nah, go fuck yourself, dog.
I tend to shy away from like those. I mean, if I'm truly interested, I'll obviously, like, I'll want to talk to people, but I don't know, bro. Like, in this later stage of my life, bro, I am just so against that fucking bro mentality, like that bullshit. I'm too good for blah, blah, blah. I'm a fucking man and men do this. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I'm not like I understand it to a degree, but at the same time, it's like that being your identity, bro. Like, if that's your identity, and that's exactly, I mean, he's the fucking, the owner of UFC, so you can't get more like that than him. And I'm sure he does a bunch of great shit, but it's just like little dick moves like that. Like, that shit was fucking stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
unnecessary. Like, what the fuck? And if you have your own shit going on, bro, like, we get it. We all have lives, but you fucking suck it up. You be a professional, bro.
That's why I couldn't even, like, when I had lost weight and everything, I really wanted to be like a personal trainer and all that shit, to try to help people. And the one thing that I realized is I can't stand the fucking gym, the gym mentality, the fucking people that just are there all the time. Like the gym rats and shit like that. Like, I could care fucking less to, like, I get there and they're taking up all the fucking weight machines, bro, like doing their fucking, their sets and shit. They'll be all the way the fuck over there. They'll put like a bag on one piece of machinery over here. Haven't been there in like 5 minutes or whatever. And then you go to use it or some shit. And, I'm on that. Like, are you though? Are you fucking on this?
You don't look like you're on it, so help me out here. I'm a little confused.
No, it's just like, bro, you're not fucking here. You're over there. So stay the fuck over there, or stay over here, or fucking like whatever. But it's not your fucking gym for you to just, like, I went to a different gym, just because, now where I live, like, I'm in between two gyms and I like to change.
Yeah.
And I ended up going back because I thought I couldn't stand the gym rats at the gym that I was at. But the ones that are at the new fucking gym they're like a full fucking like clique of guys, girls, and then they're all just fucking standing there talking, and then they're doing their fucking supersets. So, one's over here on this machine, and then they all congregate at that machine, but they still have their bags and shit on this machine, and they're, but I'm on that. It's like, bro, I have.
You have a life. You have shit to do.
I have 45 minutes to an hour to get to what the fuck I got to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, it's just that whole fucking.
That's tough. Yeah,
That
I
shit
never had
pisses
to
me the
fuck
fuck
with any
off,
of that. I never went to a gym. Like, whenever I worked out, and still when I work out, it's always, you know, at home or somewhere a little bit more private. I feel like if it came down to me having to go to a gym because I hate that shit so much, I wouldn't do it. So I know that I just need to, I need to stay away.
These are certain things like that just bug me.
Sounds like an arch nemesis, dog. Honestly, people wilding at the gym.
Yeah. Probably. It's just more of an annoyance, honestly. It gets annoying, but because I've been working out for over 10 years now, I know what machines to avoid, and, you know, I'll go to a different machine that kind of does the same shit or what I'm looking to accomplish.
See, now you're altering your shit for these assholes. You're changing up your whole shit to accommodate for these assholes, and that allows them to keep being assholes because they just assume motherfuckers are going to change their shit up to work around them. Stop doing that shit.
Those are assholes, but the real fucking asshole is just like, that's annoying. That's annoying right there, right? That whatever. It's an inconvenience, right?
Yeah.
To alter my shit, but whatever. Yeah. Like, it's just me airing out a grievance. Mm-hmm. But the real fucking assholes are the people that have to take multiple weights and just set them around them so that they can only use it. You know, there's 3, 4, 5 sets of weights just sitting around them so that then when they're doing whatever, they have them available to them, and everybody else just can't use them because this is mine. I'm using it right now. No, the fuck you're not, bro.
I'm taking them. I'm just picking them up off the floor and be like,
oh,
you're not using this? I'm going to take it.
Generally, they're doing the shit that I'm talking about previously. Yeah. But on top of that, they have a row of fucking weights that only they can use on the floor.
You're getting me heated, son. I'm not even at the gym.
Sometimes I'll grab, like if I need it and they're on the other machine over there, I'm grabbing it.
Taking it.
I'm using it. I'll put it back, but I'm using it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not theirs. That's yours too.
Nah, son. It's like by the time, like I already know what to do, and by the time I finish with my shit, then you'll probably be on your third machine. Like whatever.
I was gonna say, like I feel like you're quick regardless. Like you'd have it back, they probably wouldn't even know.
I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there. Anyway.
Facts.
Air out those grievances. All right, let's get into
good gym
some
rant. Good gym rant.
Hollywood. I get frustrated at a lot of stuff, but honestly, I'm trying not to nowadays. Really trying not to.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
No, I'm trying. I think I'm trying harder than you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I don't think you try at all to not. You're just like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. And that's it. Fuck them.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I just
fuck them off. That's it. And I'm just like, you know, like I don't fuck with it either, but I probably shouldn't be like that. is how I look at it.
Nah, fuck all that. Hey, life's too short for that bullshit. So no fuck with it or do.
Right. So in Hollywood, the biggest thing that came out is they finally, Marvel finally came out and announced the cast of the Fantastic Four. So
officially.
Officially, because we've already known that these were the cast members for quite some time. Pedro Pascal will play Reed Richards. Joseph Quinn will play Johnny Storm. He's famous from Stranger Things. Vanessa Kirby will play Sue Storm. She's so hot. And Ebon Moss Baccarat. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how I pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how it's pronounced, but that's how I pronounce it. Yeah.
He's playing Ben Grimm. Ebon is at least to me, he's popular from the show The Bear. He plays cousin on the
cousin.
Bear.
My cousin.
Yes.
He's like Roman, cousin Roman.
Yes. So I'm all for it. I like this cast. I was
cast
still on the fence about Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
Just felt like he didn't meet the look for Reed Richards, although I do know that Pedro's going to kill it.
Of course.
Yeah, and I think he's going to do a great job at this. But he just didn't meet the look. But I'm excited for the cast. He's great. I think he's going to kill it. I'm interested to see how they portray Ben Grimm. And how he's going to show up, I think, is just going to be CGI because that's the way of the world now.
Yeah, and Ebon is not a stocky dude. I always thought of the Thing as like a stockier Michael Chiklis type,
He's like
how we saw him before, right?
Hulk-looking dude, So
yeah,
he's a big dude, big guy.
Yeah.
And Joseph Quinn, man, playing Johnny Storm, I like that. I'm indifferent about Sue Storm.
Yeah,
and Vanessa Kirby, but Joseph.
She's got to be bad, right?
She
checks that box.
Yeah, she checks that box.
She checks that box.
Yeah, she's gonna.
She's the only one we're sure about. We're like, she's good. Everyone else is like, all right, you better prove yourself out there. Let's see a little something.
No. Joseph Quinn, I think it's a great. I think he's a great addition to that. Johnny
he is
Storm.
for sure.
I think he's gonna have a fresh take. He's witty. He can be charming, smooth.
Yeah,
we've seen him do all of that on the Stranger Things. So
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I like it.
What about? I know it's a little late, but now we're talking about Stranger Things. Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. What about Dacre Montgomery, dude that played Billy in Stranger Things? I feel like he has that cockiness to him, where he could have maybe pulled off a nice fucking Johnny Storm, dude.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I think
good looking guy.
Yeah, I think that's what counts against him, right? Is he had a lot of talk about him from the show, but mainly because he was good looking. He was just a good looking dude, and all the girls were like swooning over him, right?
That's how Chris Evans got the role. Come on,
that's true too, probably, but Joseph Quinn was not that, right? He was the nerdy rock and roll dude that you weren't supposed to like, and people just connected with that character so much because of his personality.
Very chill dude.
And that the women ended up liking him just about as much as the last dude, But it was because of his personality and what he brought to the table, in this role. So I think that speaks way more than just a pretty face.
Dacre was good in Power Rangers, and he was not just a pretty face. He fucking carried that shit, basically.
The Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, the remake with fucking Elizabeth Banks as Rita, bro.
Yes, you would have a good argument if that movie actually was a success.
I mean, it wasn't like get a sequel, but that was a good Power Rangers reboot. That
sure, no,
tight.
I mean it was decent. I had my grievances with that shit too.
They could have morphed earlier.
They could have what?
Morphed.
Yes, they could have morphed way earlier.
But hey,
the fuck is that? Yeah, they could have morphed way earlier. So, whatever.
Sequel.
Yeah, that will never happen.
That'll never happen. Ever.
They should have.
Facts.
Anyway, and speaking of Fantastic Four, they the rumor mill is stating that we know that Doctor Doom is rumored to be the villain for it. Everyone is waiting for that, expecting that, right? We're hoping the fan cast for that is Cillian Murphy, but I don't know if that's going to be it. So, I don't know why I always say that shit. Cillian Murphy, thank you for the correction. I don't think that that's going to be the villain, although it would be dope. I don't think he would be the villain, but it would be fire if Cillian Murphy was Doctor Doom. I think he
was. Anyone else getting thrown around with Cillian? Was any?
I mean, there's been so many rumors. For a while there, it was Adam Driver too.
That's right. Adam Driver.
Yeah, so I don't know, but hasn't been any real confirmation. The one that we're closer to there being some sort of confirmation that seems like it feels like when this first cast came up, the same feeling like how legit it sounded. This casting is sounding like it, but they're saying that the main villain in Fantastic Four is supposed to be Galactus, and they are eyeing Javier Bardem to play.
I mean, that dude kills everything.
Yes.
If they did that, that would be the right move.
Yes, and that seems to be fairly true, at least for this casting. So one could hope, man. Javier Bardem does not.
Javier Bardem, bro, and MCU, that'd be fire.
Yeah, as the main villain here. Hopefully, what I'm hoping is a villain of that magnitude doesn't just get killed away in an hour and a half.
Right.
But
yeah, that has to be like an overarching Thanos. Like, I feel like that character might be like in an end credit scene of Fantastic Four, whereas Doctor Doom might be like the main.
No, I think it's the opposite. No.
Really?
I think it's the opposite way. Yeah.
Wow.
Galactus,
okay.
I mean, Galactus could still be more than one movie. But the overarching villain, it would definitely be Doom.
Okay. Victor Von Doom.
Let's see. We talked a little bit before about a new Jurassic World. It's going to be Jurassic World 4. And that the old writer and creator of the original movies is supposedly back to to spearhead this next project, and it's going to bring a different story arc. It's not going to follow Chris Pratt's characters and whatnot. It's going to be a whole new thing. But they finally got a director, right? And this movie is set to come out in July 2nd, 2025. And they picked up Rogue One's director, Gareth Edwards, to direct this movie. And I fucked with Rogue One.
Are we still fucking with Jurassic World remakes and that whole franchise? Is that still
the
tight?
last one was the first remake was actually pretty tight. Second one was pretty good. It was good. The third one was just like meh.
Right. That was the one with like the barn fire. There was some sort of fire, and I was like,
yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know about all this, dude. Like, do we need another one of these? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not thrilled for it.
I like the premise of that last one. Is like all the shit went to hell, and the dinosaurs released to the world.
Sure.
And now the world is trying to adjust to this, and they're trying to do what they can to, to wrangle them up and shit like that. But it'd be crazy.
Yeah, no,
Look
that would
outside your
mean,
fucking house.
that should happen in real life. That should be crazy.
And shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to fuck with any of that.
I think that's why I enjoy these movies, man. I enjoy the movies. That was why I enjoyed them growing up, bro. It's like it was a getaway. I get lost in these movies and I put myself in that situation. Like, fuck, this would be fucked. You know,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we enjoy all movies. We put ourselves in that position for 2 hours and live it and feel it, and it's great. I don't know if, like I said, I'm not thrilled for this. I don't care about it at all. I might watch it, I might not. Sure. I don't know. Jurassic Park, even like the original Jurassic Park movies, like I fuck with dinosaurs as much as any other little kid fucked with dinosaurs, but like I wasn't the dinosaur kid. You know what I'm saying? Like we all knew the dinosaur kid. And I feel like that's the audience that these current Jurassic Worlds are going for, those dinosaur kids from like the 90s.
Yeah. You know, they say, I saw a statistic recently that said those dinosaur kids tend to be smarter than the ones who aren't obsessed with dinosaurs.
I heard they have smaller dicks also. So that probably balances out. And I'll take the bigger dick.
Okay.
For being a little stupider.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's clear why I'm not into the dinosaurs, so it's fine.
Yeah, for sure. No, you like, bro. You just brought the dinosaurs up. You're the biggest dinosaur fucking fan.
Nah, I'd be down for this movie.
Only if
I'm
Bryce
not-
Dallas Howard's about to be up in it.
You're not wrong about that. Yeah. Is she over 60? Because she would be on my list.
Bro,
3
she's
times.
like 30. Bryce Dallas Howard is crazy
she's at
young.
least 40. She's at least 40.
Yeah, no, she's getting up there.
Yeah.
But still, we got a ways to go.
Yeah, no. She's hot. She is 42.
That milky skin.
Yep. Damn, it's crazy. She is 2 years older than me.
Damn.
I know.
That's mommy.
Psh, you're not wrong. All right, so let's see. That's mommy. Let's see. All right, let's see. The last thing I have here is there's a new rumor suggesting that Marvel Studios is developing the Midnight Suns movie.
Yeah, what? Why?
Do you know the story of the Midnight Suns?
I don't know the story of the Midnight, but I know the Midnight Suns game that was like a turn-based bullshit that Rocco liked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds stupid. But
Does.
apparently the Midnight Suns contain Blade, Wolverine,
All right, never mind. This sounds tight.
Johnny Blaze. Let me see. Doctor Strange. There's a whole list of people that have joined the Midnight Suns. Morbius, Moon Knight.
Morbius.
Scarlet Witch was on there. Wolf by Night. Wong was in there, I guess.
I fuck with Wong.
Yeah,
Wongers.
and there's a whole list of other people we haven't seen in, in the MCU as of yet. So it looks like, it could be dope.
I apologize for what I said. I thought this was going to be based on that bullshit ass game, and I'm not fucking with any of that. So yeah, no, this sounds like it has the fuck potential.
Yeah, so it's pretty much it's all of like the darker parts of Marvel that they all come together. So
All right.
if they do it could be dope.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it could be
I don't know
dope.
what kind
And
of
there's
premise or when this shit would come out, but goddamn, that sounds fire.
Well, it looks like they're working on it with Michael Giacchino attached to direct it. I don't know who that is.
I don't either. But hey, he's Italian, so he's got to be decent.
Let's see who Michael Giacchino is. Jeez. Oh.
Kind of credits he got.
The composer. And let's see. My shit. You know my shit. Fucking.
Oh, I know your shit.
He has some. Just trying to make sure that I have the right list here. Oh, he has composed.
Makes me nervous.
That's it. Is this it? Really? All I see on IMDb is his composer credits. I don't see
That
any.
makes me nervous if that's legit.
I don't see anything for. Oh, okay. No. My bad.
Oh, okay.
He directed Wolf by Night. He is a composer. But that
Wolf
was
movie.
Yeah, the MCU werewolf
Yeah.
movie. That was dope. I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that. And then he did some Star Trek shorts and something else called Monster Challenge that I don't know. But he has composed. He has composed for a bunch of shit that we've seen, which is interesting. That he's a composer turning into a director.
Yeah, that is weird. That's a weird path to take.
It really is. But Werewolf by Night
I'm sick of
was
making
dope.
the music. I want to make the movies. Somebody else can make the music.
Yeah, Werewolf by Night though is a damn good third film that got him, some notoriety.
Some cred, yeah.
Right. So I fuck with it.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Especially, given that Werewolf by Night was darker.
Mm-hmm.
So that tracks.
Yep.
I was able to what was it that I watched recently? Fuck, I just told you Tetris. I saw Tetris. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
That was good, man.
That was
Very
Taron
good.
Egerton, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched that when it dropped. Wasn't it Apple TV?
It is. Yeah, Apple TV.
Yeah.
It was a much crazier story than I assumed.
Right? You think, how
All the
crazy can
bullshit.
Tetris be? What the fuck?
Yeah, all the bullshit that came, with licensing it. It was created by a Russian man, which means that they had to license that from Russia, and like that was
During the Cold War. Yeah.
During the Cold War, yeah, and that shit was fucking a challenge. Everything he went through to try to get that, it was crazy.
Yeah, dude. That was a really, really dope movie. Yeah, I like that.
It was much.
It reminded me a lot of
anticipated.
Air. Did you watch Air?
I did not. I was looking for something to watch, and I think I may have even clicked Air, and I was like, you know what? No, I haven't seen Tetris, and I jumped back and went and saw Tetris.
Okay.
Instead, because I was gonna watch Air on a Plex, and sometimes that doesn't stream the best.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, let me go and watch this on the Apple TV Plus app. There was a logic there, but Air is definitely on my list too. So
yeah, they were very, very good, both of them. But yeah, Tetris was great. Taron Egerton was great. Did you watch the BlackBerry movie?
No, that was on.
I came across
that one too. I came across that one too. I was like, fuck, I gotta watch that too.
Yeah, the Air and the BlackBerry, both of those, dude. You gotta check those out. Those are really, really good.
Yeah, I'm starting to get into movies based on true events and shit, and starting to get more into documentaries and shit like that now.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw the Dark Side of the 90s. I only saw one episode, and it was the Viper Room.
Yeah. Viper Room. Fucking A.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Crazy, man. These fucking drugs,
crazy times, dude. Yeah, crazy. Well, just like how shit was back then. Johnny Depp was the owner, creating like a little oasis for celebrities, and just
got a little too comfortable.
I guess so. Yeah, it was just a volatile mixture.
Yeah, the story of Joaquin and River Phoenix there when River that's a crazy story. I think I remember watching like the E! True Hollywood story on that when I was a kid. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I remember those. I don't remember that one specifically.
Yeah, that was one that I definitely remember. I wonder if those are like on YouTube. I'd love to go back and watch those. Those are pretty crazy. And also random pop-up video. I'd love to go back and watch some pop-up video.
Pop-up video? What was that?
Remember, it was on VH1. They'd play music videos, and then there would be these little like bubbles that would pop up mid-video with facts about the music video.
Yeah.
Like pop-up video, bloop, bloop, and then the little bubble sounds.
I do remember that now.
That was dope. That show was dope.
That was dope. Let's see. Checked out the first episode of Ted. That shit is hilarious.
Of course.
As funny as the fucking movie.
I hear it's just as funny as Family Guy. People are saying it's right on par with the humor.
Yeah, it's right on par with the humor, and fucking dropping F-bombs and shit.
Yeah, I mean all the clips that I see. I think I sent you a couple of them. I was like, yo, we gotta start peeping this, and clearly you took that to heart. Started peeping it.
Yeah, no, I saw the first one. I'm at the point where I'm gonna ask my girl if she gives a shit if I keep watching it or not, because
nice.
It'd be a good show to keep watching when I have some time, and I'm like waiting to do some shit. But, yeah, it's very, very, very funny. I'm digging it so far.
Right on.
Yeah. So, what did you think of that? of True Detective, and I guess spoiler alert. Or
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
was
talk-
gonna
we
say.
ain't we ain't got to
spoiler
get in
alert.
depth on the full fucking season, but you just give me your overall thoughts on the ending.
I thought that they wrapped it up nicely
Yeah,
for what they had done.
yeah,
And what we had already seen, like it made sense. It was fairly plausible, I guess. I guess I was expecting more, since we talked about how there was some mini tie-ins to like Rust Cohle in the first season, and we all loved the first season. We always felt like that's where True Detective kind of peaked. So we were hoping for more of like a supernatural type of tie-in, and it didn't go that route at all in the finale. So I was definitely kind of bummed. I felt like the writers kind of wrote themselves out of a hole as best they could to kind of wrap that up. And like I said, it worked. It was plausible, but I didn't feel good after that ended. I was kind of like, fuck, like that's how it ends. Like, okay, like that makes sense, but what the fuck, dude? Like I wanted more. I wanted more of a supernatural tie-in. Like the vibes that they were giving throughout the episodes had these very supernatural feel to it. And at the end, they're kind of just like, yep, nope, not supernatural. This is what happened. Boom. Done.
I had a feeling that that's exactly what was gonna happen. That they were doing all this supernatural shit, and that it would be exactly that. It would
Just to
just
get
all
the
lead
views.
to something that was plausible.
Yeah.
It still
And
had
look
the supernatural elements to it,
Yeah.
like with the ghosts and shit.
Yeah,
pointing
seeing
them
the
in right
random
direction.
dudes out in the middle of the snow, and there are people. I read about a feminist aspect to it. How it ended there, like it's a very pro woman ending,
Yeah,
and I've heard it argued both ways that like this season saved the True Detective series, and that other people were like, oh, they should put this shit to bed. It's done. Like the original creator, Nick Pizzolatto or whatever his name was, that was famous for the first 3 seasons, was caught talking shit about it basically on Twitter, which was kind of a bad look, but at the same time, I also kind of agreed with what he was saying, because it just felt like it was trying to catch that first season vibe, and it didn't deliver at all. Like it had these promises and they never delivered, and you're just kind of stuck with, hey, all right, I guess this is what we have. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that wants to go and watch, because it was engrossing. Like I was hoping for more. I was hoping for what could have been, and it never happened. And I was honestly left with more questions than answers. I feel like they had a bunch of questions from that ending that probably will never get answered.
yeah, and like I guess I don't know, like dude just pops his dad, and
Yeah,
like
that's that. Oh, all right. I'll help clean him up. You go do what you got to do. We'll fucking wrap this plot line up. Yeah, that whole dad-son plot line was very odd, and I feel like not fleshed out like it could have been. Like, where was that supposed to go?
yeah,
Lots of little things like that where it's just like, what the fuck? Why leave us hanging like that?
yeah. So, but all in all, I don't know.
What did you
still
feel
enjoyed
like?
it.
Because you watched it before me, and then you asked my thoughts, and I hadn't watched it yet, and I was like, I'll hit you back and let you know.
Yeah, no, I've same thing that you said. Just I kind of assumed that it would come around to something that wasn't supernatural.
Yeah.
And then when it was that, like the women, they organize the shit because, shit like that happens all the time over there, and they need to protect themselves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was like, on one end, I was like, that's kind of badass, and on another end, I was like, that was it.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
So I'm somewhere in between there. But
it was almost like we were expecting this supernatural thing, and they almost treated it like Law and Order SVU, like how they always wrap those up kind of nice and neat for you.
Yeah.
and they just didn't give us what we wanted unless you're on that huge feminist team and you're like, yeah, this is exactly what we needed. But it's just, like I said, it felt like a cop out. Like, how can we get out of this without having to really get supernatural on these fucking people?
Sure. Yeah. So I didn't hate the season.
No, I didn't hate the season.
I didn't hate the season. I thought it was pretty good. The one girl with the fucking piercings on what's her name? Navarro,
yeah. Evangeline
she
Navarro.
was annoying to look at the entire fucking show. To me,
at the same time, I kind of wanted to smash her after watching her bang that dude. She was really
that
getting
makes
it,
sense,
son.
Though,
she was
kind of manly.
she
so
was
see
thick.
that for you.
Yeah, no, but she thick with it though. I'd rather bang her than fucking what's her face.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
God damn.
Who was? Why am I not thinking of her name? Because we already. Talked about hot
Yeah.
over 60
Her name was Liz in the show. Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Yeah.
Jodie Foster. Yeah.
Foster. Even in her prime, nobody wanted.
Even in her like fucking Silence of the Lambs prime. Hell nah. Give me Navarro, bro. Let her ride that dick.
All right.
She was getting it.
Yeah, she was getting it.
He's like, yeah, she was getting it. That's what, okay. It's like, damn, I kind of do want to clap them cheeks now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it was like, would they let a sheriff have those piercings like that? Like, if you're in a fight with a perp, they just grab them shits and rip them out. Like, that was taking me out of it the whole time.
I chalked it up to the fact that seemed to be like a cultural thing for them.
Okay. I just thought they're in Alaska. Nobody gives a fuck in Alaska.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck in Alaska, but I also think that has to do something with their culture. The same way with the tattoos on their faces and shit, like on their chin and all that stuff. Like it's cultural stuff. And I assume that the piercings were like that too. So
something similar, sure.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to mention?
Almost finished with the first season of The Sopranos with Ash, and she is still very much into it, fucking with it. Yeah. I'm very happy to be back up in it. I missed a lot of that shit. I always got to go back for a rewatch every few years or so.
Yeah, I may rewatch it again.
I was gonna hit shit.
Well, just because I just miss watching it when I'm bored.
That could be your background show, dog.
Yeah.
Nah, you want to fuck with that. You want to watch it. We want to watch all that.
Yeah. Woke up in this morning and I got some gabagoo.
Got some gabagoo and I got some more gabagoo.
Man. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Another tight episode, but if you have nothing else to add to this, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. You made it this far, so you fuck with us, and that means we fuck with you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever it is that you listen to the podcast, or if you're watching us on YouTube, give us that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Support your boys, and remember, go cop some gear, man. Go to insensitivemerch.com and grab yourself some gear. We should be updating that soon. I have some ideas for some shirts and shit that we're just gonna start flooding that shit. Maybe even take down those Christmas tees. We don't know. But if you want one for next year, remember to grab one now while it's still there. But other than that, we'll catch you next week, guys. Peace.